Game week 1 of the Premier League is around the corner, so it's time to give predictions. Last season I did this and I sort of gave myself a scoring system. If I get the right outcome, that's 1 point, and if I get the right scoreline, that's 2 points. Max 2 points for every game. Meaning there was 760 points up for grabs last season, and I only got 206, which is around 25% of the points. So I want to improve on that. I need to get better on that, and hopefully I do. This season, the first game of the year, we're going to kick off with Liverpool versus Bournemouth. Now this game, I think it's going to be a wake-up call for Bournemouth and their higher-ups, and showing them why you can't just completely change your defenders or your back line. I think this could get very ugly for Bournemouth, especially since Liverpool have also improved on their team, especially with Ekitike. He looks so good, and Verts. It should be easy for Liverpool, even though they did lose against Crystal in the Community Shield. But again, the Community Shield isn't anything special. It's sort of it's almost a friendly for these teams, or at least for the top teams. But I still think Liverpool will concede this game. Defensively, Liverpool don't look great. They send a lot of players up, and they're gonna get hit on counters. It should still be comfortable for Liverpool. I'm gonna go for a 4-1 win to Liverpool. Next up is Villa versus Newcastle. This should be an entertaining game. Two teams who are going to be aiming for the top half, top 6, I would say. Usually when these two teams face, it's usually one-sided. One team usually blows out the other team. This game is going to have no Martinez for Aston Villa and no Rodgers because he's potentially injured. And then for Newcastle, they don't have Isak and Gordon. So big teams on both sides missing. More on Newcastle. Their preseason was absolutely horrendous. Terrible. It wasn't looking good for them. But again, preseason, you got to take it with a pinch of salt. I don't think this game is going to be one-sided. I think they're both going to go for it. Even though Newcastle are missing Isak and Gordon, I still think Newcastle is going to win this one. They still have Barnes. Ilanga's there now. Striker option, that's a little iffy. But still, I still think they have enough. Especially since Martinez isn't there. That's a big missing goal, and also Rodgers isn't going to be there affecting Newcastle. Very risky here, but I'm going for a 2-1 win to Newcastle. Next up is Brighton versus Fulham, a mid-table clash in my opinion here. Brighton looked like they're going to be missing Baleba because he has a knock, but I'm pretty sure it's because of the United rumors. As for Fulham, they have done nothing in the transfer window, like I said in my season prediction. But they will be missing Robinson and Sessegnon. It looks like they're both going to be out, so they don't have a left back. This game is going to be at Brighton's home as well. I think Brighton can edge it. Yes, they're missing Baleba, but I think attacking-wise, they still have enough to get through Fulham, especially on their left side, Fulham's left side. Minta is going to be going down that side. I think he can get a goal here. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Brighton. Next up is Sunderland versus West Ham. Sunderland, their preseason games weren't great either. They were losing a lot. But hopefully for them, it picks up once the Premier League starts. And they have an easy-ish first game here with West Ham, who had an alright season, an alright preseason. But once again, it's the preseason. I feel like West Ham is the type of team that Sunderland can get points from. The teams that are going to be bottom half of the table. But I don't think they'll do it in the first game here. I think West Ham are slowly going to be improving throughout the season, and I feel like they need to start good here against a promoted team. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to West Ham. Next up is Spurs versus Burnley. Spurs have already experienced a lot of injuries, so nothing has changed, it seems like, from last season. Madison went down. There's a list, actually. Kulusevski, Udogi, Solanke, Solomon, who's back in the team, and Dragonson. So the team is already slim again, but this should not affect them against Burnley. They have beat Burnley in their last 4 encounters, so it's been a while since Burnley has beaten them. And I even think Spurs have enough to keep a clean sheet here. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to Spurs. Next up is Wolves versus City. It's going to be at Wolves' home here. Should be an easy win for City here. Wolves have just lost too much for this to be even a battle. Cunha and Al-Nouri gone. Your two best players are gone. You try to replace them. Let's see if they can. I think Arias will do well this season, but the left wing back, not too sure about that guy. As for City, they are missing Rodri. He's going to be out for like 2 months, I say. I think they should give him another month just to rest, slowly integrate him. Don't rush it like we just did in the summer. Similar to the Liverpool Bournemouth game here, I think City will have an easy time against Wolves, but we'll still concede. We just like Liverpool, send a lot of players up, and the counters do hurt us. So I'm going to go for a 3-1 win to City. Chelsea versus Crystal is next. This should be a pretty exciting game. Chelsea have Colwill out, who is, I say, their main defender, not just center back, defender. He's sort of the leader. I know James has the captain arm badge, but I think Colwill sort of unites the back 4 or 5 if they do 5. But they shouldn't worry because I think they have enough. They have Tosin, Chalaba, I think he should be available. As for Crystal, Gehi, he could be out the win or out the club. Eze could be out the club. Gehi could be injured even if he stays. Kamada I think is injured. So Crystal could look very different by the time, like within a month, because of all the transfers that could potentially go out and then in. Also, they won the Community Shield. Congratulations to them. That's now 2 trophies they've won under Glasner. I see a lot of goals here, similar to the Community Shield, but I think there won't be a draw. I think Chelsea edge it here. It is at Stamford Bridge. I think that's going to give them a little bit more. I'm going to go for a 3-2 win to Chelsea. Next up is Forest versus Brentford. Forest usually in this matchup tend to struggle against Brentford. They don't really get much out of the game. But Brentford is a completely different squad. Not only have they lost their main star, Mbeumo, they could lose Wissa. They lost Norgard, their pivot. They lost Flecken, who they did replace with Kellier, but he's he's doubtful to play this game. Sade is doubtful for this game. Henderson, who they just got, is also doubtful. I mean, this team is going through it right now. So that's why I think Forest will get something out of this game. Well, not just something, the 3 points. I think they'll get the 3 points, but I think it's going to be very low scoring here. I'm going to go for a 1-0 win to Forest. Next up is United versus Arsenal. The game of the week, or at least it should be in terms of just the star power that they have. The last 2 times these teams have faced, it ended in a draw. So United can get something in here, especially since it's the first game of the season. You don't know what to expect from these 2 teams, or at least they don't know what to expect from each other. And usually when Arsenal is away at Old Trafford, it's usually low scoring for them. But again, it is the first game of the week or the season for them. This could be pretty hectic, but I still see a draw here. I see another draw like they did the last 2 games, but not a 1-1 like they did. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. And then the last game of the game week, we have Leeds versus Everton. Leeds, their preseason, they had 3 draws against top European sides, notable European sides like Milan and Villarreal, which is great on them. They were just a championship side and they're tying against these top teams. As for Everton, their preseason was pretty abysmal, wasn't great. Lost all 3 of their summer series games. Well, they drew against United and they also lost to Roma. But I feel once the league starts again, it'll be different. Moyes will know what to do with this squad. Also, they got Grealish, great signing there. I think Grealish really needed to go on a loan. I'm happy that he did leave the squad. Get his morale back up, put him in a position where he will excel, like in the middle instead of the wing. I feel like in the wing he's not really producing much. But yeah, for the game, I feel like it's going to be low scoring. It is at Leeds' stadium, but I still think Everton is going to win here. I'm going to go for a 1-0 win to Everton. And those are my predictions for game week 1. Tell me what you guys think. Your predictions, right? Leave a like, subscribe, and peace.